Hello, teachers, and welcome back. This is now lesson 5 of Unit 1 for Give Me 5 Book 1. And we're going to jump straight into it. This is the target language and the target pages for our lesson today. And this is what we're going to spend most of. However, in the previous lesson, I did not spend much time or any time on the class rules. And I kept it for this lesson because this particular lesson is a little bit flexible. So I'm going to just jump straight into it for my students. And I'm going to say to my students, once we've done our introductions, I'm going to say, all right, boys and girls, please get out your books, go to page 15. And the kids will all then flick over to page 15. Now, the reason why I've done a cold start is because I want them to be a little bit surprised. I want to mix it up a little bit for them to break the routine. Otherwise, it's a little bit boring. So you can do that from time to time if you wish. So I say, all right, boys and girls, open up your books, go to page 15. Class rules, read for me, go. And then the whole class is going to start reading. Now, as they are reading, they're basically just warming up. I'm not really focusing too much on their pronunciation. As they're reading, the teacher is going to write down the words on the board. Listen to others, put up your hand to speak, sit down on your chair, walk in the classroom, and tidy up your things. Now, once the students have finished reading, I'll say, all right, boys and girls, thank you very much. Close your books. All right, team A, number 1. Team B, number 2, Team C, number 3, Team D, number 4, Team A, number 5, Team C, number 6. So the teams have now read those sentences, and then I'll pick on 1 or 2 students. All right, Bob, number 1, Sally, number 2, Jim, number 3, just to make sure that the pronunciation is correct and everybody else has a decent standard of pronunciation. Now, the important part of this section is that I don't want to just focus in on the class rules. I want to make a bit more context. So therefore, I have to extend this slightly. And what I mean by that is I'm going to have to now add in a few more sentences. So listen to others, that's great, but what am I not supposed to do? So teacher says, listen to others. Don't talk over someone. Don't talk over someone. Ah, okay, so listen to others, don't talk over. Okay, got it. Put up your hand to speak, okay? What must I not do? Don't just shout. Ah, okay, I don't just shout. Work quietly. Ah, okay, work quietly. What's the answer? So you get the idea. And as the teacher writes down these things on the board, allow the students to then read it together. All right. And so now we've got, on the left-hand side, we've got the instruction, listen to others, or the imperative, listen to others. And on the right-hand side, we've got the negative part of it, don't talk over someone. So now we've set up our board and we've got a fantastic reading part, okay? So the students are gonna stand up and they're just gonna read. You can give them a point if you wish them to have points, or you could simply just use it as a way of revision and a setup. Because what we're going to do is we're going to move that on into the conversation part. So Sally's gonna stand up, Sally's gonna say, Betty, come over here. And Sally's going to say, Betty, walk in the classroom. And then Betty's going to say, don't run or play. And then Betty's turn to say, Sally, tidy up your things. Sally will say, don't be messy. Okay, so something like this. And we've got a very great statement and then a response to that. Now, if you can erase that and have the students memorize that, that's even better. Okay, so that's our conversation. Now, I want to add one more thing over here. We're going to go back to our books, bring them over here, and then you could choose it as a listening, or you could use it as part of a conversation, or just as extra. But if you take a look at the picture, this is the reason why we had to extend, because we've got pictures here for number 1 that sometimes mean something a little bit funny. So number 1 is clearly put up your hand to speak. Don't just shout. What's number 4? So I'm going to say, all right, boys and girls, get out your pens, write down number 1, write down number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6. And the kids will write down number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I want you to ask the students, all right, Sally, number 3, what's that? And then she will say something like, work quietly, don't run and play. All right, Bob, what's number 5? Put up your hand to speak, baby. Don't just shout, okay? And number 1 would be the same thing. So again, these images allow you to contextualize what we've just taught. Okay, teachers, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that and you could work on some of those tips that I've shared with you. We've now finished that page and I shall see you in the next video. So please join me for that. Until then, take care and bye-bye.